Hello. This video is intended to show the enrollment shopping cart and add class functionality within PeopleSoft Campus Solutions as optimized by Gray Heller's PeopleUX and People Mobile product. Let's start on a mobile phone. So I'm going to go and navigate to add a class. So if I click add a class, this will take me to the enrollment shopping cart. And you'll notice that there's a few things that are here. You'll notice that I have a couple of classes already in my shopping cart. And I also have a number of items that are already in my class schedule. So let's say that I want to add a new class. So I am going to click on the class search button here. And let's pick a subject. Maybe I need to take an English class. You'll notice that I can search for the other items in there, or I can just use what I have so far and click on the search button. And you'll see that there are a few classes. Some of them I can enroll in, some of them I can't. So here is the advanced composition class. Maybe that's the one I want to take. Now this is responsive, so if I actually switch this into a horizontal format, you'll notice that I see more of the information about that class. This is one of the ways that we can actually handle the extra information that may not be able to be displayed in a certain form factor. But you'll notice that all the data is there, all of it's available and accessible. And the reason that we chose this is in a standard scenario, you may be comparing multiple classes and you'll want to see which of the classes have different dates, times, instructors, things like that. So I'm going to select Advanced Composition 1. And you'll notice that it has a number of things here. Again, I'll switch this back so you can get an idea of what it looks like in the different form factors. And you'll notice that I can see where I am in the process. I can see more information about the class. Let's just go to the next step. And so now you'll notice that it's been added to my shopping cart. So from that perspective, I see my shopping cart right here. I have 3 classes. Let's actually finish the enrollment process. So I'm going to click the continue button. And I see the summary of what I'll be enrolling in. Again, this is responsive, so if I switch the layout, I can see it in different formats based again on the form factor and the aspect ratio that's available. And I'll click Finish Enrolling. And you'll notice that one of the things that it does is it makes it very easy for me to see which items have been added to my schedule and which items have not. So you'll notice that there's a time conflict, and so that's why our anthropology was not added to my class schedule. This is important because the key point is that you want to make sure that all of the functionality that you expect in terms of the dependencies on what you can enroll in and when are automatically handled. Now that we've done this on a mobile device, let's also show the same functionality on a desktop browser. So as before, I'm going to start from the weekly calendar view, and I'm going to switch over and go to the Add Classes. So I'll want to add a class here. You'll notice in a similar manner, it all looks pretty much the same. There are a few differences, a few things that may have been moved out of the way on a smaller form factor are all visible initially on the larger form factor. So I can see my 3 columns, I can see my class schedule, which I used to, on the smaller form factor, was something I needed to tap to have it show, and I can still search, and I can look at my existing shopping cart. Now the interesting thing is that this is responsive design. So what that means is that even though I already showed you on a small form factor, if I, on a mobile device, if I resize the screen, you'll notice that at a certain point it's going to reach a break point where it is decided that there isn't enough space to show the existing calendar at the same time. So it actually moved this into an icon with a badge that says I have 11 classes. And as before, on the mobile device, I could click on it and see it. If I keep moving this, eventually I'll hit another breakpoint. And in that breakpoint, you'll notice that the button is now in a fixed footer. You'll also notice that the navigation menu is collapsed and moved out of the way, and I still have the ability to go to my full class schedule. So all the functionality is there. It's just optimized for the form factor. So let's move this back to the original size. And I'm going to want to add the same class that I did before. So I'll go here, we'll go to English, I'll do my search. And again, you'll notice that I can't enroll in English 101 or English 102, but when I get to English 205, I can add that to my shopping cart. So I'll click Select, and I'll go to the next step of the process, and now it's in my shopping cart. And as before, if I want to, I can finish enrolling. So now I'm seeing my confirmation screen. You'll notice that it's showing me where I am at each step of the process. This is important for students to be able to understand and really know where they are. One of the things we found with user experience testing is that without that visibility, people would exit out before clicking this finish enrolling step. And as before, it ran the same edits. So it allowed me to add my English class, but anthropology I couldn't add.